So we assess graduates for their key competencies that are going to make them suitable for a business-to-business sales role. We look for things such as confidence, structure and logic, verbal communication skills, presentation skills, etc. And then we'll put them through, first of all, a CV screening, and then a telephone interview, and then an assessment day. The assessment day lasts approximately 5.5 hours, and we assess them first of all through psychometric and verbal and numerical testing. We then make them do a self-introduction to talk about 1 or 2 minutes about their greatest achievement and why it is, and their hero and why they are, really to assess them for their presentation skills. Following that, we'll then get them to do 2 group exercises. One's mathematical, one's more sales focused, really to assess how their teamwork skills, etc. And then finally, we'll do a one-to-one interview, really to see whether they're going to be the right cultural fit for our clients.
Every time we recruit somebody, or I would say 90% of the time we recruit somebody from an assessment day. We do have, I believe, quite a high level of acceptability, if you like. We look for a higher quality. And today there was a young lady called Jessica who stood out for myself as somebody who would certainly fit in with the Celsius environment, the Celsius culture. Of course, there's been a number of people today who've been very, very good, who we do feel we can help and we can find jobs for with our client partners, but we have a certain sort of, I would say, as I say, a culture within Celsius, and I feel that Jessica would really fit in with that.
Having done my degree in broadcasting, I changed my mind about halfway through third year as to what I wanted to do. So I did loads and loads and loads of research. I went to all the graduate recruitment fairs, and having spoken to a vast number of recruitment companies, recruitment consultants, different people, I started to realise that actually what they're doing I could be very good at as well. I like the people, I like the way it works, I like the sort of the competitive nature of the business, and I just thought, yeah, why not do that?
There's no doubt a new career is exciting, so use your time wisely. Remember, be wise, not clever, and the rest is up to you. Well, maybe you can be clever, just not clever, if you know what I mean. Just get your chi backed up. Don't tell an interviewer why you are brilliant. Demonstrate it. Do your research on the companies that really interest you. Go in confident rather than arrogant. Wise rather than clever. Unleash your drive and ambition and force that interviewer to see exactly where it is that you want to be.
Why do you want a job in recruitment?
Well, you guys haven't seen my CV, so I did a... actually, no, you have. There it is.
CV here.
I did a degree in broadcasting, and I decided halfway through my third year that I didn't want to do it, and I did lots and lots of research. I went to loads and loads of graduate recruitment fairs, and I spoke to loads and loads of different recruitment companies, and in speaking to them, I noticed that I got along really well with them, and what they were saying to me seemed to make a lot of sense, and my skills in time management, organisational skills, interpersonal skills, everything that I've learned on my course, I think I could apply really, really well to a position in recruitment.
Okay. A lot of people don't have a great deal of cold calling experience, and the reality is that within any role, you're typically going to start internally. You are going to be doing perhaps 50 to 80 cold calls a day for the first 6 to 9 months. I mean, how do you feel about that?
It really doesn't bother me at all. I'm very confident on the phone. I've got absolutely no problem ringing up and speaking to people that I don't necessarily know. Obviously, I hope that I have a bit of a knowledge of who they are before I call them, which is supposed to be, I suppose, a given. But yeah, no, I've got no problem with that at all. And I've had a lot of experience singing and in acting as well, so there's a lot of rejection with that as well. So I think, if in terms of the rejection side of things, because obviously you're going to cold call people and they're going to say no, we're not interested, and you know, if that's often, I suppose, going to be a problem for some people. But yeah, it really doesn't faze me at all that that's going to be quite a large part of the job, for at least initially.
Okay, so first of all, well done.
Thank you.
Have you found it today?
Good, yeah. I've actually enjoyed it. It's the first sort of assessment day I've been on, so I've enjoyed it. Yeah.
Okay. So the reason I'm talking to you now, was it Simon interviewed you, or was it Chris?
Chris, the tall guy.
Simon.
Is that Simon? Okay.
That's Simon. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's chatted to you about what sort of role you're looking for, the type of career that you're going to be looking to pursue, and he's told me that you're looking at recruitment.
I am.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can I ask you why recruitment and why not sales?
I'm going to say what I said to him is because I really, really enjoy dealing with people, and I know you deal with people in sales as well, but from my point of view, a career in recruitment would not only allow me to deal with the clients and deal with the businesses, but it would also allow me to deal with the candidates as well, and
Okay.
I'm a very personable person, and I'd like to be dealing with all different kinds of people.
Okay.
What advice would I give to graduates? I would say get advice on how to write your CV, go to your university careers department, go to the fairs, do some research, and don't rest on your laurels. If you want a job, you're going to have to go and find one, because people aren't just going to offer you one offhand. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'd say.
It is important to know who you're talking to. We value that as, when we're going to see a client. So equally, when you're coming for an interview, it probably makes sense to do your research into the subject as much as into our company or any company that you might be applying for a job with. There have been some classic examples of that on television, some of these reality TV programs for young entrepreneurs. They just don't know who they're talking to.
The advice I give to people is to actually concentrate completely on what they want to do, set the goals to achieve what they want to achieve, and set out and go and do that. So right down to the way you dress, the way you present yourself, the way you think about the answers that you're going to give, the research that you do into the environment you want to be working in, books to read on sales. You ask most of the graduates, have you ever read a book on sales? They haven't even read a book on sales. So it's to understand and do that research and put the work in, not just think it's about walking in and, hey, I can conduct myself well, I look okay and I can talk, because that's not what it's about. It is a tough career and a tough environment to be in, but it's very rewarding.